Ladies and gentlemen, we face 50 years of our nationhood. Radio has played an important anchorage to ensure our country is informed correctly on what is happening elsewhere. Long before there was a TV station, long before there was these modern ICT platforms that remit conversations real time, quick time, and sometimes blend with all the fake that are shared with all these conversations. Last night someone showed me a AI-driven animation where they put me and my colleague cabinet members standing together, and they were having a fist fight with me, or kickboxing with me. We live in this world, and I just want to say to the listeners, faithful listeners of FM100, you're not listening to fake news, you're not listening to all this that goes on in this day and age. You are listening to substantial information that is conveyed to you, and so keep on listening to FM100, and I want to encourage FM100. You have an important role in being amongst the anchor of good news, real news, good news and real news. Real news means every news that is actually substantial happening in our country. And I want to continue to encourage you, be in the ears of our people. I want to thank FM100, Callaghan, yourself. A little conversation on setting a specific program for the youths, and you have went ahead, and I am coming a little bit slow behind you. And so I just want to thank yourself. Now that program for our youths, to all our youths out there in our country, you're not fatherless, you're not motherless, you're not countryless, you're not godless. You have a father, you have a mother, you have a country, and you have a God. You're an important person, created in the image of God. Read Psalms 139, verses 13, 14, 15, 16 onwards. God says exactly that He knew you before you were created. You were not around when your parents decided to meet, and I'm sorry, I'm speaking to the audience who are listening out there. To the youths, you're not around when your parents decided to meet, but your parents met. You, in the exact moment for your conception, God already ordained you as a living person. So to all our youths of our country, as we straddle our 50th anniversary this year, I want to tell you we have you in our foresight. Every program we engage upon is really for the youths, because they live today and they are the future. For some of us, we are living today and we are the past. As past cannot be relieved, we pay respect, and thank you FM100 for giving respect to Sir Julius. I was part of the crowd that witnessed him descending for the last time to be arrested in his beloved Horace village. There's a time coming upon each and every one of us. Before I stepped in here, I was meeting Prime Minister's department and asking them to report to me on what they have done the last year. The next 2-3 weeks, every ministers and department heads are accounting to the country exactly what we achieved last year. And in the context of what my government has wanted since May 30th, 2019, I've sent a strong word to all department heads and the ministers. We're not passing through time earning salaries to do little. We're passing through time occupying these offices to achieve maximum results for our country, because we have no time to waste. The past cannot be relived, but we must all shape the future. And in this context, I want to appreciate FM100. This year is our 50th. We are ushering in our 50th. And next year, from September 16th this year to September 16th or September 15th next year, we'll be living through our 50th. Bible has a model already put in place. If you read Leviticus chapter 25, it talks about a 49-year period. And as we enter 50th, there's a reconstruct and a reset, assessment on how we've come, and a reset. I never knew I'll be Prime Minister in 1975. I was in one of the remotest part of our country called Nomad River when we were celebrating independence. Don't ask me how old I was, but I was conscious. I was conscious. I'll be transparent. I was 4 years old. I was 4 years old. I was awake to the drum beats and to the conversation on independence in 1975. And I have traveled with this country since 1975, not knowing I'll be Prime Minister in 2019. 1995. When I resigned from the O'Neill government in 2019, I never resigned to be Prime Minister. I just resigned out of frustration that certain things I felt need to be done was not happening the right way. And today I am charging all my public servants that 6 years on, I expect results from all those pronouncements we've made. And they are accounting for themselves and to the country as to what we have collectively done. I want FM100 to hold all of us to account. You are the voice of accountability in our society. And not just FM100, but to all our media outlets. You all know, 6 years on, I've never tampered with the editorials. I've never, even MTV, a government-owned TV station, FM100, a government-owned radio station, NBC, a government-owned, James Marape and the Pangu party that I lead, never tamper with editorials in the newsrooms. That is simply out of our respect that news stations must be free of interference so that you remain the fourth watch advocating correctly on what is happening in society. And so if 6 years on we have respected you, we likewise ask you to take your responsibility correctly and seriously and make sure correct news and good news. I repeat this too again in my closing. Correct news and good news must be uttered through our country. Our people needs these two levels of news to be disseminated properly from proper media and not social media. And you have an important anchor role as we come to this year where we want to recollect on our past so that we inspire our future. I ask FM100 to be the lead voice every day, not just the sanctioned talkback program hours, but just in everyday conversations from the microphone. You author positive news to our people and make sure that our people are pointed to the right directions. I want to thank government officials who are here, secretaries and heads of department. There are many programs we have that is unfortunately unheard by our people. A sister of mine, Narai, she stays outside. She's also here. I recognize her and I want to thank her and the team. They've hit a call for getting our youths out and they've started to mobilize our youths through their own initiative. The youths came, I was in the first launch. Most do not know, we have second chance education opportunity now available. We have overseas work program now available for those who want to pursue this. We have SME programs available for those who want to pursue SME. We have districts and provinces who are now funded with the ability to assist the youths in our society. And the youths out there running around lost, Mr. Tanda and the team at FM100, I want youth program to be partnered in a big way. So we channel all of them into the paths they should pursue, whether it's sports, whether it's business, whether it's employment or self-employment or re-education. FM100 must see that your business is really to save the future, and the future is the youths. Thank you for giving a program for the youths, and let's also participate in this space. Thank you, each and every one, to the directors, to the board, to the management. You've done well anchoring our country thus far, and I look forward to NASFUND partnering for the next 50 years. Our next 50 coming up. 50. In that 50, I want to assist shape the next 20. I will not be Prime Minister for the next 20 years. I'm meaning our generation. I look to this room and I see those of you who say my generation. You're in my generation. The next 20 is our years to shape. I also travel the world and I see there are many indications elsewhere that I don't want this nation to follow that path. If the next 20 we lose it, we will lose this country. If the next 20 we work correctly, we will save this country and our youths are prospering. So important 20 years coming up for our country. Where were you 20 years ago? When was 20 years ago? 20 years ago was 2005. 20 years ago was 2005. You were alive 2005. I pray that all of you are alive 2045. It's just 20 years, just like from 2005 to 2025 full so fast. My sister Megan, am I correct? We were playing golf 2005, we're still playing golf today. And so we'll be playing golf 2045. Time flies, but in the flight of time, let's not squander and waste. In the flight of time, let's channel positive energy so that youths in 2045 are living in a better country than what we're living today. God bless. On this note, I want to declare this year's FM100 Talkback open. Thank you, NASFUND. Thank you, BSV. You two are biggest institutions in our country, so let's go big this year. Thank you very much.